Yes, this is kind of from the beginning to now, Master Sergeant rank. Yeah, so, I want to thank you personally for all your contributions to national security in general, not just unit. But yeah, anything that you've touched has been greatly impacted by your contributions. I've been fortunate to know you for over 10 years. Just awesome work. So, Air Force, we're definitely losing an excellent airman. You've really built yourself up into a model for everybody. 13-year career, but you've made the most of it. But our loss is definitely the gain of your family. So, we've talked about some of the sacrifices that Andrew's made over the years to get closer to Millie, and we know that you'll be there for her, and it's really, so I'm happy for you in that aspect. Great airman, but really what defines you is what a great father you are. So, yeah, when I think of you, that's what I think of primarily. So thank you for that. Your family and your friends should just be extremely proud of you, proud of your service. Not everybody wears a uniform or serves as a civilian in this realm. So definitely, you've reached the highest rank, highest tier of enlisted rank. So you're in elite company among elite people as well, and you've performed admirably. So once again, on behalf of men and women of the 22nd Comptroller Squadron and McConnell Air Force Base, just want to thank you for your service.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the Meritorious Service Medal. Attention to orders. Citation to accompany the award of the Meritorious Service Medal. Master Sergeant Andrew N. Morrow distinguished himself in the performance of outstanding service to the United States as Flight Chief, Financial Analysis, 22nd Comptroller Squadron, 22nd Air Refueling Wing, McConnell Air Force Base, Kansas. During this period, Sergeant Morrow's leadership and tremendous dedication were crucial to the Air Force's largest tanker wing's planning and execution of a $93 million budget, to include executing over $200,000 in overseas contingency operations funds in support of more than 200 travelers to 7 areas of responsibility. His keen insight was instrumental in working with the Defense Finance and Accounting Services to resolve a 2-year backlog of travel bills worth over $1.6 million. In parallel, Sergeant Morrow completed the Financial Management Level 2 certification a full year ahead of the Air Force timeline. His performance and leadership aptitude resulted in his being handpicked to lead the frontline suicide prevention, fulfilling a Chief of Staff of the Air Force initiative 5 weeks ahead of schedule, as well as earned him recognition as the Wing's Spotlight Performer and Squadron Non-Commissioned Officer of the Quarter. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Sergeant Morrow while serving his country reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the reading of the official retirement order. Attention to orders. Department of the Air Force, Washington, District of Columbia, Special Order Number ACD-02982, dated 12 August 2015. With gratitude and appreciation for outstanding performance of duty, Andrew N. Morrow is relieved from active duty, 22nd Air Refueling Wing, McConnell Air Force Base, Kansas. Retired effective 28 September 2015. per AFI 36-3212 and 10 USC 1372 in the rank of Master Sergeant with over 12 years of service to his country. This by order of the Secretary of the Air Force.
Do your thing, Amy. It's all good.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The retirement certificate reads, Certificate of Retirement from the Armed Forces of the United States of America. To all who shall see these presents, greeting. This is to certify that Master Sergeant Andrew N. Morrow, having served faithfully and honorably, was retired from the United States Air Force on the 28th day of September 2015. Signed, Colonel Albert G. Miller, Commander, 22nd Air Refueling Wing, and General Mark A. Welsh III, Chief of Staff.
Doing a great job.
Yeah.
We know this isn't full time.
Yeah. Just relax.
Major Archambault Milliner will now present Sergeant Morrow with a certificate of appreciation from the President of the United States. The certificate reads, Certificate of Appreciation for Service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America. Master Sergeant Andrew N. Morrow. I extend to you my personal thanks and the sincere appreciation of a grateful nation for your contribution of honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during a critical time in its history with a devotion to duty and a spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the proud traditions of military service. Your commitment and dedication have been an inspiration for those who will follow in your footsteps and for all Americans who join me today in saluting you for a job extremely well done. My best wishes to you for happiness and success in the future. Signed, Barack Obama, Commander-in-Chief. Ladies and gentlemen, squadron personnel who served on the McConnell Air Force Base Honor Guard will now make a special presentation to Sergeant Morrow. Sergeant Morrow, it is only fitting that those who defend this country be honored with a presentation of the flag of our nation. For more than 200 years, the American flag has been the symbol of our nation's unity, as well as a source of pride and inspiration for millions of citizens. Born on June 14, 1777, the Second Continental Congress determined that the flag of the United States be 13 stripes, altering between 7 red and 6 white, and that the Union be 13 stars, white in a blue field, representing a new constellation. Between 1777 and 1960, the shape and design of the flag evolved into the flag presented before you today. The 13 horizontal stripes represent the original 13 colonies, while the stars represents the 50 states of the Union. The colors of the flag are symbolic as well. Red symbolizes hardiness and valor. White signifies purity and innocence. And blue represents vigilance, perseverance, and justice. Traditionally, a symbol of liberty, the American flag has carried the message of freedom and inspired Americans both at home and abroad. In 1814, Francis Scott Key was so moved at seeing the Stars and Stripes waving after the British shelling of Baltimore's Fort McHenry that he wrote the words to the Star-Spangled Banner. In 1892, the flag inspired Francis Bellamy to write the Pledge of Allegiance, our most famous flag salute and patriotic oath. In July 1969, the American flag was flown in space when Neil Armstrong planted it on the surface of the moon. Today, our flag flies on a constellation of the Air Force satellites that circle our globe and on the thin flash of our aircraft in harm's way in every corner of the world. Indeed, it flies in the heart of every airman who serves our great nation. The sun never sets on our U.S. Air Force, nor on the flag we so proudly cherish. Since 1776, no generation of Americans has been spared the responsibility of defending freedom. Today's airmen remain committed to persevering that freedom that others won for us for generations to come. By displaying the flag and giving it a distinctive fold, we show respect to the flag and express our gratitude to those individuals who fought and continue to fight for freedom at home and abroad. Since the dawn of the 20th century, airmen have proudly flown the flag in every major conflict and on land and skies around the world. It is their responsibility, our responsibility, to continue to protect and preserve the rights, privileges, and freedoms that we as Americans enjoy today. The United States flag represents who we are. It stands for the freedom we all share and the pride and patriotism we feel for our country. We cherish its legacy as a beacon of hope to one and all. Long may it wave. Thank you, Senior Airman Bassett and Senior Airman Claypool. Now, on behalf of the men and women of Team McConnell, Captain Peppers will join Sergeant Morrow on stage to present him with a shadow box containing mementos from throughout his career.
It's pretty heavy.
I work out.
We know you do.
All right, so for those of you who don't know, this is called a shadow box, and the idea behind a shadow box, as Lieutenant McKee mentioned, is that you collect a bunch of mementos from your career, and you can display them in your home, to kind of be able to reflect back on your career. We'll put this over in the lounge for the reception following the ceremony so you can take a look at it, because Andrew really has a lot of interesting things in here. One thing that you'll notice when you look at it is he has a lot of different colored patches, and that represents the fact that he wore a lot of different uniforms while serving in the Air Force. He and I joined at about the same time, and since then, we started in BDUs, which I know you wore, but then we transitioned to ABUs. But in deployed locations, I know he wore ACUs, OCPs. So he has a whole wide range of different colored patches. He has coins. He has medals. He has badges. He was a sheriff, apparently. So he'll tell you all about that. But, really, it's been an honor to have Andrew in the squadron to serve with. Anytime we have new folks coming, we're a little apprehensive. We hope that they're going to be the best that the Air Force has to offer. And when Andrew showed up, that's exactly what we found. He has a strength, humility, and a confidence, and I know where it comes from, that is infectious. and he's just been wonderful for our squadron. I wish we got you longer, but I'm glad you're going where you're going. I know that Millie's excited to have you with her, and I just want to thank you for the time that we've had with you. It's really been a blessing for us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So it's, James, come on. Are we in it?
Already know the one.
Man, there went 30 seconds to our 4-day weekend.
I'm sorry.
I just got to
Alright,
make
bring
sure.
it.
No, no. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Captain Peppers. Mrs. Gu, will you please join your son on stage? Mrs. Gu, will you please place the official retirement pin to your son's left lapel? This pin is to be worn with pride. It signifies to all that the wearer has served his country well and honorably. We all know how important the support of our families is to our military careers. Therefore, it is only fitting that Sergeant Morrow formally recognize his mother for her contributions to the success of his career by presenting her with the Military Parent Medal.
I'll just start reading now. This is the Military Parent Medal. It's to Mom, in quotations, Joanne Gu. The sacrifice the parent of a military member renders is beyond compare. As a parent, they willingly offer their blessings when a child is compelled to serve their country. If it were not for the military parent, through their child's service, America would not enjoy all the freedoms that exist today. The Military Parent Medal is cast in gold and silver colors, which symbolizes how meaningful you are to me. Within the gold center is a compass rose, depicting the guidance and the direction that you have instilled within me. The two-piece laurel leaf wreath shows your constant offering of love and support for the decisions I have made throughout my life. And the that was a good one. They wrote this well. The raised ripple top edging is indicative of the many opportunities that you have offered me. There are 4 stars around the lower half of the silver ring, symbolic of your teachings of duty, honor, integrity, and devotion. In the lower center of the outer ring is a shield for your teachings of traditions. Man, this is good. This is good. Yeah, Millie's is going to be rough. The Military Parent Medal is my way of saying that you were then, as of now, one of the most important parts. It's like a laugh cry. It's really, yeah, it's awesome. It was your understanding, love, and assurance that enabled me to know that I was accomplishing was important. Thank you for being there for me. So, love you. Love you too. This is we can do our picture with all of those tears and stuff. There you go.
Oh.
Good, there we go. Okay, we're good. You threw me off there, buddy.
Amelia, will you please join your father and grandmother on stage? To recognize her countless sacrifices as a military child, Sergeant Morrow will now present his daughter, Amelia, with the Military Child Medal and certificate.
This one's gonna be rough. All right, Millie, this is for you. This is a gift you get. It's a Military Child Medal. Amelia Brianne Morrow. Throughout the years of your life, you have made sacrifices and you served your country as much as I have. In your loving way, you quietly shouldered the heavy burden that you were asked to carry. Most of the time, you could not understand why I was not there, but you quietly hid your tears, which I am not doing well. You courageously put on a smile, and you defiantly promised that you would support me. You were then, as of now, one of the most important parts of my life, and it was your love that enabled you to ensure that what I was doing was important. I missed so many holidays and countless special occasions while you were left at home to worry while I was on difficult missions. I am proud of you, for it was your love and support that sustained me in those difficult times. There's no way in my mind that I could have been a success in the military without having your support, your understanding, and most importantly, your unquestionable love. Thank you for being there for me. Always remembered, never forgotten. Love you.
All right.
Thank you, Mrs. Gu and Amelia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and distinct honor to introduce Master Sergeant Andrew N. Morrow, United States Air Force, retired.
Get my notes here. I am not a note taker at all. I have never prepared for a speech like this, probably since debate in high school. I just like to talk, so if I skim around a lot of stuff, that's just how I am. I apologize. Also, for everybody here that's visiting, you probably don't know, but everybody in the military has a 4-day weekend. So I'm going to try to get through this for y'all. I promise it will probably go on a little bit, but we're going to get there, and it's going to be a great 4-day weekend. So really, I just wanted to start off by thanking a lot of people. I'm here right now not because of myself. I'm not here because of the things that I've done. I'm not here because of the things that, the positions I've been put in or the rank I've had or anything like that. I'm only here because of God's grace, and I just wanted to thank Him in that way. Everything that I say and the people that I talk about here, there's a lot of people in these lists that aren't here today. They're far off somewhere else, or wherever, they couldn't make it, like the Major was saying, but they need to be honored as well. And the way I look at it is the people's names that I say, if I get that water, sir. The people's names that I say, thank you very much.